Time now for the Morning Rush.
And we start with Kristen Curry.
Good morning. We'll begin with our next big weather maker. Not a whole lot happening today. We do have some strong winds over the northern half of the state, but a mix of sun and clouds through the day today. But watch as we get into Thursday night and Friday morning. Here comes our next big storm system. I'll have more details coming up a little bit later. Crystal?
All right, thanks so much, Kristen. As you get ready to head out the door, following the day's top local stories. And we start with Fernanda Lopez.
Crystal, police need your help looking for a crook who stole a purse and iPad from a woman's home in the Heights. 2 weeks ago, Susan Johnson says this man came to her door offering to do yard work. She declined. He then asked for a glass of water. Minutes later, he walked out the door with her purse and iPad. He racked up $800 on her card along with this woman. Police say, be careful. Johnson says the suspect was driving a red two-door sports car with a sunroof. Sarah?
Construction crews working along Central on the ART project will be able to continue their work this morning as the city wins another legal ruling. The Court of Appeals upheld a lower court ruling allowing construction of the $119 million project to continue. Judges looked at the concerns raised by ART opponents at the federal district court level, including traffic tie-ups, safety fears, and a loss of business. The court said opponents failed to prove it would be in the best interest of the public to stop the project. What's next for the case coming up in our 5 Facts. Adam?
If your drive to work or school takes you along Sarah Road in Rio Rancho this morning, you will want to plan a different route. Today until Sunday, Sarah Road from Grande Boulevard to Southern Boulevard will be closed for construction. Drivers will have alternate access to and from their homes. This as crews continue their reconstruction project to replace the following information here that you see on your screen. We're going to have more info and more details on the KRQE News app.
And major repairs will keep Gun Club just west of Isleta Boulevard shut down for the next few days while crews try and repair a giant sinkhole there. We first told you about this on Monday when someone hit a fire hydrant that caused the ground to give way. That's going to continue to cause closures this morning on the eastbound lane of Gun Club where the break happened.
This morning, we know the name of at least one candidate running for governor of New Mexico in 2018. Congresswoman Michelle Lujan Grisham has thrown her hat into the ring. The Albuquerque Democrats, the only one so far who's formally entered the race for governor. In a newly released video, Lujan Grisham says she recognizes the, quote, failed policies of the last 6 years under Governor Susana Martinez.
On to news happening today, Pizza 9 is holding a fundraiser to help the family of fallen Valencia County Deputy Ryan Thomas. All 19 New Mexico locations are donating 100% of today's profits. Deputy Thomas died last week in a crash while responding to a call. Pizza 9 has also donated to the families of other New Mexico fallen officers. Kristen?
Today's Metro Threat Index only at a 1. The only thing we'll be watching for are those chilly morning temperatures as we still are close to freezing this morning, but no problems this afternoon. Do expect that Metro Threat Index to climb by Friday. Adam?
New this morning, the Federal Reserve is expected to raise interest rates today when it wraps up its policy meeting. The feds have kept interest rates at record lows as a way to spur the economy after the financial crisis. This would be only the second increase in a decade.
New at 6, Apple's wireless earbuds, AirPods, are finally on sale. But if you're hoping to get them under the tree, you'll have to wait a bit. The estimated shipping time for the wireless headphones is about 4 weeks. This after an already delayed schedule. They'll cost you around $160. AirPods are a key accessory for the iPhone 7 because they don't have a headphone jack.
Let's get a look at traffic this morning. A couple of quick notes. This may affect your drive this morning. An accident, Gibson Boulevard at I-25 is slowing traffic, so watch for that. Also, another accident at the on-ramp on I-40 eastbound at Unser. We'll keep you posted on these accidents throughout the morning on KRQE News 13.
And finally this morning, take a look at this giant crocodile found in Sri Lanka. It's one of the largest crocodiles ever found in the area, coming in at 17 feet.
Oh my goodness.
Weighing nearly, get this guys, 1 ton. Wildlife rescue officials, they're helping to rescue it.
They're trying to push him back in.
It looks really bizarre. They actually use this tractor and an excavator to rescue the croc to kind of push him back into its habitat. Can you believe that?
No.
It was just dangling off the truck there.
That is a dinosaur.
Yeah.
That thing is gigantic.
No kidding.
Woo! Scary.
Move on to 5 Facts this morning.
At number 5, an Albuquerque women's Christmas display is getting a lot of attention this morning. Debbie Hicks says it's in honor of her mother, who died 2 years ago on Christmas Day. She's transformed reindeer decorations into sheep and made clothing from mannequins out of her mom's old sheets. The display is at her home near Gibson and Broadway.
Number 4 now, the PM rate increase that started in October is sticking around at least for now. The group New Energy Economy asked the state Supreme Court to stop the 9% hike while the case is being appealed, claiming it violates into law because of what it's being used for. The Supreme Court ruled in favor of P&M, but said they may have to reimburse customers if the hike's deemed unlawful.
At number 3, sunny and warm across the state today. Just watch those winds over the northern half of New Mexico.
At number 2 this morning, UNM will likely start looking for a new president. This as current President Bob Frank gets ready to leave office earlier by December 31st instead of May. The Board of Regents announced that agreement with Frank yesterday. This comes after the Regents started looking into Frank over allegations of him verbally bullying workers and questions about his spending.
On to number 1 now this morning. Opponents of the controversial ART project may be down to one last move to stop the construction. They can now seek a rehearing in the 10th Circuit Court of Appeals after the courts ruled in favor of the city once again. In a 57-page opinion, the courts ruled that construction on Central can proceed despite critics saying it will continue to cause traffic jams and hurt businesses. Despite this ruling, opponents say the Federal Transit Administration will continue its environmental evaluation.
Join us for KRQE this morning. We're going to continue on Fox New Mexico after the break.
We'll see you on the other side.